practice every day. The town is full of predator, don't turn a little prey. I flip $1 million out of nothing, make them feel a certain way. Hoping that the switch.
What's good, y'all? Fist Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fist Schooner while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen, hit that sub button. Alright, hit that sub button. Join this Fist Schooner army and get Fist Schooner tough. We on the road to 5K. Alright, Giants fans, we are on the road to 5K. It's a bumpy road. It's a sad road. And quite frankly, it's a disappointing road. But we're on our way there. I had high hopes coming into this season. You feel me? I had high hopes. Never in a million years did I think I would record a firing range video on the Giants. But it may have to be done. If I wake up on the wrong side of the bed tomorrow, I may have to line this team up because I'm disappointed and some real talk needs to be said. You know, when I see Kenny Golladay arguing on the sideline with Jason Garrett, I don't think he was arguing at Daniel Jones, because I saw another angle on Twitter where it showed him yelling at Jason Garrett and Jason Garrett engaging back with him. I don't think he was mad at Danny. I think he was mad at Garrett. But it looks like he was yelling at Danny. That's what the media is going to run with. It is what it is. As far as I'm concerned, in the heat of the moment, I thought he was yelling at Daniel Jones. When you watch the original broadcast, you don't see Jason Garrett. There's a player in front of Jason Garrett, so you don't see him. But when you get it from a different angle, you see Jason Garrett, because originally, if you watch him, it looks like he's cursing out Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones is completely ignoring him. That's what it looks like. But I don't think that was the case. I think he was cursing out Garrett, and that's why Daniel Jones looked like he wasn't paying Kenny Golladay no damn attention. You know, so Daniel Jones is like, well, he cursing out Garrett. He ain't cursing me out. I don't give a fuck. That's probably what Daniel Jones in his mind was thinking. But of course, when you watch it on TV, it looked like he airing out Daniel Jones, which would have been the right thing to do. By the way, listen, I'm going to have a Daniel Jones video dropping tomorrow if I don't put this team in the firing range. If I wake up in a good mood tomorrow, you'll get a Daniel Jones video. If I don't wake up in a good mood tomorrow, you'll get that Daniel Jones video on Monday. But I'm going to go ahead and record it today. But Daniel Jones played a great game versus Washington. I give him that. But his decision making, as far as who he's throwing these balls to, needs to change. You have Kenny Golladay on one side. You got Sterling Shepard in the slot. And on second and third down, you throw the ball to fucking sorry-ass Darius Slayton, who just dropped the game. We get that touchdown, we win the game. He drops the game, and yet you go back to him 2 more times? That's unacceptable. So when I was mad at Daniel Jones, I was mad at his decision making. Force feed the ball to Golladay. I don't care, throw 10 breaking routes to Golladay. It was 1st and 10. You try to curl to Golladay, it didn't work. 2nd and 10, try a crossing route, a deep cross to the Golladay, see if that works. 3rd and 10, Golladay just run a 9 route, we're going to throw it to you. When you have a receiver like that, and this is probably why Golladay was pissed, is when you have a receiver like Golladay who specializes in making contested catches, and you're paying him $75 million, throw him the damn ball. When he signed that contract to play on a primetime game with the game on the line and show why he's worth that money. That's what Kenny Galladay's pissed. Kenny Golladay is like, you brought me to New York for moments like this. Prime time, division game, 4th quarter, game on the line. This is where I'm supposed to eat. And he's not getting that. He's not getting that opportunity, so he's yelling on the sideline. Kenny Golladay, I got your back. I completely understand. As far as Cadarius Toney goes, once again, fire Jason Garrett. Because Kadarius Toney is not being used. We ran an end around with CJ Board. He didn't get nowhere. We ran an end around with Sterling Shepard. He didn't get nowhere. We ran a 9 route with Darius Slayton for the game on the line. He dropped it. Why aren't Kadarius Toney running Darius Slayton's routes? Why aren't Kadarius Toney getting those end around passes? Why? Why is he not being used? And the kid gloves are off with Joe Judge. Oh no, the end judge we trust. I'm not gonna criticize. No. Joe Judge, go handle the offense. It's your fault. You need to go tell Jason Garrett to call better plays. You need to go tell Jason Garrett to let Kadarius Toney in the game. That's on Judge. If Jason Garrett ain't doing a good job, go over there and make sure he does. And I agree with Kadarius Toney. He's not being used. And then Joe Judge comes out today and says, oh, we have plenty of players making plays. Who? Who the fuck was making plays, Joe? Who? Sterling Shepard, that's it. That's it. He was the only one. Daniel Jones and Sterling Shepard, that was it. Kenny Golladay didn't have the best game. And then Darius Slayton caught one fluke-ass pass. It was buns after that. Not including the 2 passes he dropped on Sunday. So in a span of 4 days, that's a bare minimum of 3 drops. I'd have to watch the film because sometimes wide receivers drop balls, but they don't count it on the stat sheet. They just call it an incomplete. There's only 3 drops that he got accounted for. What about the plays he just flat out doesn't make? Darius Slayton is garbage. And if I'm Kadarius Toney and I watched number 86 fumble the game away, I would be pissed too. Why am I not running that route? That's what Kadarius Toney has to be thinking. Hell, Kenny Golladay is like, why am I not the one running the vertical routes? Why is Darius Slayton the only one running the vertical routes? What the hell are we signed Kenny Golladay for if we was going to let Darius Slayton run all the vertical routes? None of this makes sense. So Joe Judge, you got Kenny Golladay arguing at Jason Garrett. You got Kadarius Toney mad at his role. 1 + 1 = 2, coach. Fire him. Fire Jason Garrett. If it wasn't for Daniel Jones turning water into wine, this offense would be trash. The only time this offense is moving the ball is when Daniel Jones is running, and that's because the play calling is trash. All them little 4 curls, all little short, shallow crosses, all the 10-yard in and out option routes to the tight end and Shepard is trash. It's trash. It's trash. Daniel Jones didn't complete or attempt 1 ball over 20 yards until the middle of the 3rd quarter. Fire Jason Garrett before you lose credibility, Joe. Because Tony don't want to hear that shit. Kenny Golladay don't want to hear that shit. You need to fire your boy and promote Freddie Kitchens before this really becomes a big deal. Kadarius Toney already posted on Instagram. He tweeting. Kadarius Toney is not happy. He's our 1st round pick, Joe. So you can't promote him to the practice squad. You can't emasculate Kenny Golladay like you did Golden Tate. You can't just throw Kadarius Toney in the doghouse like you did Golden Tate. You see, it was easy for Joe Judge to make an example out of Golden Tate because Golden Tate didn't mean nothing to us. Kenny Golladay making 70-something mil. Kadarius Toney was a 1st round pick. So how does Joe Judge handle players that he can't get rid of? This is the issue that Coughlin had with Odell Beckham. Coughlin was a disciplinarian, but Odell was our best player, so he had to eat that shit. Let's see how Joe Judge responds. Let's see. We're watching. But that's it, that's all. Subscribe to the unit if you're rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.